Welcome to Books for Success. Today, we're delving into the wisdom within Beyond the Pleasure Principle by Sigmund Freud. Beyond the Pleasure Principle marks a pivotal turn in Sigmund Freud's theoretical approach to psychology and psychoanalysis. In this work, Freud introduces the concept of the death drive, a fundamental tension between the life instincts that aim for survival, sexual reproduction, and pleasure, and the death instincts, which strive towards inanimate rest and a return to a state of non-existence. Who's it for? Students of psychology. Those intrigued by human behavior. Readers interested in Freud's theories. Before we begin, subscribe and ring the bell for notifications if you want to keep receiving the knowledge of book summaries about health, wealth, love, psychology, and much more. Don't be shy about dropping your book suggestions for us to summarize. Also, you can use this video as an audiobook summary. Let's grow and succeed together. Exploring the death drive. The idea we'd like to talk about this time is Sigmund Freud's intriguing concept of the death drive. Counter to traditional theories about survival instincts or the more common pleasure principle, the death drive postulates an inherent instinct in all organisms that seeks a return to a state of calm or inanimation. Or, in other words, a metaphorical pursuit towards death. It challenges conventional ideas about basic instincts and introduces a novel perspective on our understanding of what truly motivates human behavior. And for clarification, this is not about physical death, but rather about an inherent longing within all living beings for a state of tranquility. A state Freud describes as inorganic. This paradoxical instinct to seek cease of existence introduces a fresh viewpoint into our understanding of human behaviors and motivations, stirring our conventional wisdom. So, with that, let's get into this big idea. Unveiling the death drive. Picture a small child engrossed in the game of throwing a favorite toy out of reach and then retrieving it over and over again. This act appears counterintuitive to the pleasure principle. Why would the child deliberately create distress? Freud believes that this paradoxical behavior can be better understood by introducing the concept of the death drive. In general, we assume that we are driven by the desire to maximize pleasure and avoid pain, an idea which Freud labeled as the pleasure principle. However, the child's behavior in our example suggests there may be more at work beneath the surface. According to Freud, the death drive is a subconscious force that compels us towards self-destruction and a state of peace. Death being the ultimate form of peace. Seems rather gloomy, doesn't it? The death drive, however, isn't necessarily about courting physical death. Instead, it represents an innate desire to revert to a state of complete rest or serenity. Imagine observing an infant in deep sleep, the picture of serene inactivity. This tranquility represents a state described by Freud as inorganic existence. As soon as the infant wakes, it springs into activity and agitation. Subsequently, this palpable tension is born out of the life instinct. But nestled within the infant is a congenital force that yearns to return to that peaceful state of cessation. This is the manifestation of the death drive, this inexplicable pursuit of inorganic restful existence. Far from indicating a death wish, the drive encapsulates the longing to reclaim a state of equilibrium or rest. Human beings, in many ways, exhibit this drive in their tendencies to regroup within their comfort zones, abide by their routines, and cling to the familiarity of the habitual. Deeper analysis reveals that such propensities are driven by the quest to evade tension and to relapse into the ease of the known. The dance of the life instinct and the death drive within our psyche creates the rhythm of our daily experiences. The influence of these opposing drives creates a certain tension that shapes our reality. A harmonious balance equates to an experience of happiness and pleasure, while an imbalance can result in pain and dissatisfaction. It also provides a novel lens to examine the resilience of humans against hardships. Instead of viewing survival through struggles as a triumph of the pleasure principle, the death drive theory suggests it is often our inherent desire to master the pain, to conquer the enemy within us, a concept Freud called mastery. In essence, there's a silent tug-of-war playing out within each of us, a struggle between our desire for pleasure and an equally strong drive towards pain or death. A delicate balance that, in Freud's opinion, is at the heart of what it means to be human. Final words. Let's reflect. Beyond the Pleasure Principle elucidates Freud's theory of the death drive, an instinct-seeking attention-free state akin to an animation or rest, shaping our traits and actions. It provides a unique outlook on human psychology, suggesting our behaviors are a delicate balance between the life instinct and the death drive, an interplay shaping experiences of pleasure and pain. This intriguing perspective prompts us to reconsider the motivations behind our familiar routines and even our inexplicable risks or contradictions. It alters the way we perceive life, death, and the compelling relationship between the two. Thanks for being part of our insightful voyage. If our summary piqued your interest, we encourage you to dive into the complete book for a deeper understanding. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content if you're new here, and share it with others who might find it valuable. Keep on reading, discovering, and advancing until our next adventure.